Joining us is the star of the game for this one between the Irish and Houston Baptist. It's Eric Jagielo. As we mentioned, 3 hits today for Jagielo. He had 2 doubles and 4 RBI, the big blow of the game, a bases loaded double in the second inning. And Jags, congratulations. I teased you last night down in the locker room about your home run breaking an 0 for 10 slump. You certainly didn't look like a slumping hitter today. And interestingly enough, your hitting coach Joe Hastings says, actually, Jags never looks like he's in the slump, even when he is.
Hey, you know what? A couple of pitches earlier in the game, I was a little anxious. I think coming off that big LSU victory, wanted to start getting right back up there and hitting, but swinging at a couple of pitches that I probably shouldn't have swung at. But after that home run, I think it kind of settled me down a little bit, and I was seeing the ball up out there.
Today, you obviously came up in a crucial situation. Notre Dame had a 2-1 lead in the game at that time after a bases loaded walk to Frank DeSico. What were you looking for from Dalton Schaefer?
I was just looking for a pitch to drive to the middle part of the field. That's what the coaches stress in practice, just stay with the big part of the field. And he gave me that, and I was able to hit in the left center gap when nobody was there.
And they were giving you the opposite field. You had gone there for your first hit of the game as well. Is that something that you've always had in you, or is it something that you've really developed in the couple of years that we've seen you hit at Notre Dame?
I always say that when I'm going my best, I'm using all parts of the field, and it just keeps my hands inside, and I just drive the ball to the left center gap pretty well. I just use the pitches that they give me. If they're staying away, then I'm going to use that left side of the diamond.
This is now a 3-game winning streak for the Irish, who are now 9-5 on the year. They had a 3-game winning streak earlier this year against Hofstra. What is the mindset of this team? I get the feeling that win over LSU really lit the fuse.
Coming off that Texas State 3 losses, kind of showed us that we have to start focused up for every game, and then that win over LSU taught us that we can hang out with those, the big dogs of the country. So now I feel like everybody's kind of focused up right now. We got a lot of people who are swinging well, Charlie Marson, Alex Robinson, and our pitching's coming along too. So if we keep those 3 phases of the game going, I think we'll be a great deadly team when it comes to the Big East.
Yeah, talk about Notre. Comes out of the bullpen today, 5 innings of 1-hit ball. Is that something that you see from him in inter-squad work?
That's huge. The kid, it's going to build his confidence. He's been throwing the ball well in the inter-squads, but to have a freshman come out like that, pick up savvy, and savvy threw the ball all right today, but to have somebody come up and be able to piece that together all the way through the rest of the game, it saves our bullpen, which is very good for us.
13 out of 19. I don't know where I was just going with that stat. But anyway, let's get back. 13 out of 19 players on this team are freshmen and sophomores. 19 actually, total freshmen and sophomores. That's where I was going with this. Young team, and yet you're 9-5 right now. Is there a lot of confidence in that locker room?
I think the winning definitely builds confidence with a young team. I always talked about how we can be one of those teams with a young swagger, and that's what's building right now. We're definitely going to take some lumps in the season, but it's how we bounce back, and I feel like that with a young team, that's very easy to do. So I'm happy about it.
We have not had a 4-game win streak at Notre Dame since you've been here. There's an opportunity for that tomorrow. Why don't you carry that out and make that happen tomorrow?
Sounds good, Sean.
All right, and finally, the post-game tradition is the post-game shout-out. Who do you want to give that post-game shout-out to today?
I'm going to give it to my grandma, Busha. She's always listening, so there's the post-game shout-out right there.
All right, thank you very much. Eric Jagielo, the sophomore from Downers Grove, Illinois. Sit right here, Jags, as we wrap this one up from San Antonio today for the Houston Baptist Huskies. 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. The losing pitcher is Dalton Schaefer. He falls to 1-3 on the year. For the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. The winning pitcher is Matt Trinacek. His first collegiate victory. He's 1-0 on the season. This one wrapped up in 2 hours and 15 minutes before a crowd of about 500 at Wolf Stadium. And the Irish will get back at it tomorrow as they take on the Kansas Jayhawks. A 1:05 first pitch. We're on the air with the pregame at 1, and we do hope you'll join us then. Thanks a lot to a lot of people back.